Basement, level vibes with another one, straight up, blackness aye. Who tell the truth? Mark Benskop, defend the ghetto youth. Mark Benskop, radio station is the fruit. Mark Benskop, straight up from the root. Mark Benskop, who tell the truth? Mark Benskop, defend the ghetto youth. Mark Benskop, radio station is the fruit. Mark Benskop, straight up from the root. Mark Benskop, I do it for the love, him not do it for no money. Straight up, him attack, educating everybody. Big up my friends and big up my family. Turn on the radio, catch the vibes, it's integrity. Straight up, Benskop stands for unity. One people, one nation, one destiny. Free up the truth in the air, even the blind can see. The deaf can hear, the dumb can talk, the cripple can walk. Boom. Who tell the truth? Mark Benskop, defend the ghetto youth. Mark Benskop, radio station is the fruit. Mark Benskop, straight up from the root. Mark Benskop, who tell the truth? Mark Benskop, defend the ghetto youth. Mark Benskop, radio station is the fruit. Mark Benskop, straight up from the root. Mark Benskop, we have to gather wrong, grab a seat and sit down, pay attention. Education, liberation, we have to stand strong. Benskop upon the radio, lively up the program. Everybody call somebody and let them turn and tune and on the radio and catch the boom song. We boom it up already, we have to boom it up again. Expose and reveal him. Who tell the truth? Mark Benskop, defend the ghetto youth. Mark Benskop, radio station is the fruit. Mark Benskop, straight up from the root. Mark Benskop, who tell the truth? Mark Benskop, defend the ghetto youth. Mark Benskop, radio station is the fruit. Mark Benskop, straight up from the root. Mark Benskop, I do it for the love, him not do it for no money. Straight up, him attack, educating everybody. Big up my friends and big up my family. Turn on the radio, catch the vibes, it's integrity. Straight up, Benskop stands for unity. One people, one nation, one destiny. Free up the truth in the air, even the blind can see. The deaf can hear, the dumb can talk, the cripple can walk. Boom. Who tell the truth? Mark Benskop, defend the ghetto youth. Mark Benskop, radio station is the fruit. Mark Benskop, straight up from the root. Mark Benskop, who tell the truth? Mark Benskop, defend the ghetto youth. Mark Benskop, radio station is the fruit. Mark Benskop, straight up from the root. Mark Benskop.
Hello, this is attorney Shellen Washington, owner and founder of the Washington Law Firm, located at 455 Utica Avenue in Brooklyn, New York. We're specialized in medical malpractice, personal injuries, matrimonial law, and landlord and tenant. If you're in need of legal representation, please give us a call today. The number to call is 718-877-3100. Consultation is free at no cost to you. So call us today to see if we can be of any assistance to your legal needs. Again, the phone number to call us is 718-877-3100.
Mr. Mark, I believe every word of what Mr. Shu is saying. I am also afraid of Mr. Shu. Mr. Shu, if you are listening, I don't want anybody to harm you. This is a serious thing. Corruption is big. And we Chinese have to stop that. Been bullied by Jack Dale and other government official to pay bribe. It's big all over Guyana. A Chinese to pay by bribe. Mr. Shu, I hope you to stay strong. Do not. We respect and salute you for your bravery, for coming up and speak against corruption in Guyana. Thank you, Mr. Shu. We appreciate you, Mr. Mark. 马克，我相信每一句苏先生说的话。我现在很担心苏先生。苏先生，如果你在听我说话，我不想任何人威胁你。圭亚那政府腐败很严重，这个是很严重的事情。我们中国人必须停止被那些政府用武力行贿。苏先生，我希望你能继续你的发表。
Mr. Watts, he's armed himself. Shots. Shots. Watch it. Dear God.
All right. Hey, guess what? Good evening. My name is Mark Benchop. Welcome to Straight Up. For a moment, I thought you guys thought that I was going to mention some other name, that maybe I forgot my name, right? No, I just don't forget anything at all. Nothing. You name it, I don't forget it. Even when I was a little boy on the quarantine, I remember something, Dolly House, but I'm not going to mention it at all because you guys might expand your mind a little, get a bit carried away, and I may get myself in some sort of anyways, let me be quiet and just do the program. Something that I have been sent to do by our producer. Good evening to all of you, every single one of you. I'm not going to call your names because if I call 5 names and I don't call the others, they get really, really upset. So I'm not going to call Ann John's name. I'm not going to call Jackie Baird's name. I'm not going to call Veronica Fraser. I'm just not going to call anybody at all. Golly God, I'm not mentioning any names tonight. Not at all. I'm not going to even mention Hazel Austin's name and say goodnight to Hazel Austin and all the people out there in South. I'm not going to mention Daniel Mitchell. Nobody at all. Hazel Johnson. Nobody at all. I'm just not going to mention Denise October. Nobody at all. I don't want people to get upset with me because people do inbox me during the course of the program and say, hey, Ben Shop, what about their names? And so I don't want anybody to get upset. Sparkling Wills, nobody's name I'm going to mention this evening other than say good evening to all of you, every single one of you, and welcome to Straight Up. Barbara Dickinson Carter, nobody's name is going to be mentioned this evening at all. Not at all. All right. So hope you guys had a wonderful, wonderful weekend. Matthew James and all of you guys. Marilyn Monroe. Okay, yeah. Marilyn Monroe. All right. Hey, guess what? Our operator already placed this flyer up there, and the PNC, we're giving them a free plug. We're giving them a free plug. I just got to mention that because, they when they don't send us anything, it's like they feel that we got to go and grab it and put it up there. And hey, so Austin, whatever happened about those good days when the party reaches out to other programs and then they send out a proper press release and these sort of things? They don't do it these days, man. It's like they sit back and they expect people to just go on their page and pull their stuff down and carry it. And that's what they call PR, right? But anyways, look, we complain, but we still do our job. All right, as our accountant here at 107.1 FM actually sent this flyer, Wayne Caesar sent this flyer and say, hey, we've got to do it, right? We got our job to do. And thank you so much, Mr. Caesar. We'll do our job, and here's the job that we've got to do. APNU Georgetown Motorcade at public meeting, Sunday, July 16, 2023. Assemble point is Congress Place from 1 p.m. I'm sounding a little bit like Christopher Jones there, but Christopher Jones has that sort of party vibes voice, right? Georgetown Public Motorcade, a public meeting, Sunday, July 16, 2023. Assemble point is Congress Place from 1 p.m. to culminate at the Stadtreich Market Square for a public meeting. Spread the word. All right, sorry about that, guys. I'm really sorry, guys, that I started off the program like that. I don't want to disappoint you guys. But go out there. If you're in Georgetown, sorry about that, Christopher Jones. It's a Georgetown Motorcade in public meeting, Sunday, July 16, 2023. If you are in Georgetown or wherever you are, just head on out there and get the biggest crowd and drive some shivers in the PPPC. Scare them off, right? It should be a good public meeting. Go out there, hear some of the speakers. I don't know who the speakers are, but it doesn't really matter. Go out there and listen to the message, right? It starts the public meeting. The public meeting starts at 6 p.m. sharp, and we will carry it live right here on 107.1 FM. Good evening to all of you guys. But on a serious note, go out and you guys go out and listen to what they have to say. And if you're not in Georgetown, you're not able to make it wherever you are, we will carry it live right here on 107.1 FM. The station with a difference. Sorry about that, guys. I almost sung there like Pancho Carew. How many of you guys remember Pancho Carew, right? We get some serious business. But how many of you guys remember Pancho Carew and all those old stalwarts at GBC, the Guyana Broadcasting Corporation? Good evening to all of you. All of you, every single one of you. You see, our accountant is already out. Wayne Caesar says, to all my Guyanese brothers and sisters, please make sure you're out there. Right? Wayne Caesar already on it. Wayne Caesar saying, please make a concerted effort to attend the Georgetown Motorcade and public meeting. Go on out there, indeed. All right, let's get ready to rock and roll. What's going through your mind? Your minds, of course. No guests tonight. So guess what? I am solo, all by myself. Colin Barnwell, how are you? Has anyone seen Keith Beresford? Where is Keith Beresford? We got to find out where our folks are, right, Keith? Where are you? Stan Bourne, everybody's saying boom. Now, look, here's what we want you guys to do. And we are saying it again, that we want the biggest crowd out there in Georgetown. Put the differences aside. This is not a time for bickering and susuing and who's susu and this body susu and this body and like this body and this vexed with this body, you know. I don't know, but let's see what the crowd is going to be like out there at the square of the I'm sorry, not the square, it's Stabroek Square, right? Stabroek Market Square. Stabroek Market Square. Go on out there. Come on, guys. You can do it. You know, go on out there and call your friends, carry your relatives, and everybody carry them out there, right? Now it's not time for swell face, swell mouth, bickering, men calling men susuing. Hey, men, some Guyanese men could proper susu, you know. Seriously, they could proper susu and talk a name, right? We're trying to build a little audience before we get into our show, but they can proper, and John, they can proper susu, right? Colin Barnwell, they can proper susu, right? They can proper susu. Lorraine Garnett, how are you? And for those who love to susu, we get something for them. Really, really, right? So true, Hector. Those who can susu here, some of the susuing men love to talk a name by. Hey, they know who they are. Here. Hear
them say, dreadlocks get living tenement. Dreadlocks get living a tenement, yeah. Dreadlocks get living a tenement, yeah. Too much too much watch you. Too much too much watch you. Dreadlocks get living a tenement, yeah. Dreadlocks get living a
Too much kind of men out there, right? Some of them know who they are. right? All right, let's get down to business. We're hearing now that people are disappointed because the Americans aren't doing much. The Americans aren't going and grab Guyana back from the corrupt PPPC regime. And 3+ years ago, we heard that Sarah is going to go, and this person is going to go, and this, and it's not happening, right? And people are becoming frustrated. Look, we here at 107.1 FM, and I say we, and I don't say I say we, even though some people love to say I and I and I, but we here, we say we, right? We here at 107.1 FM, we haven't been, riling you up and saying, oh, that the Americans are going to go and snatch Guyana out of the hands of the PPP, the corrupt PPPC regime. Look, here is how it's going to happen. This is how it's going to happen. It's going to happen when the people decide, all of the people decide in their numbers that they're going to take to the streets and they're going to shut the country down and they're going to send a strong message to the corrupt PPP regime. You can't sit by and expect, oh, the White House is going to do something. The State Department is going to do something. Those people only do something when they see you doing something. And when you don't do something, they aren't going to do anything. They aren't going to do anything. Let's take, for example, Sarah Ann Lynch is still the ambassador, the U.S. ambassador to Guyana. And there have been folks been crying for 3+ years. Oh, and Sarah got to go. And Trump is out and Sarah would go and this. Don't fall for the hype. Do not fall for the hype. You only get actions when citizens of a country stand up and demand action. And demand action and demand a voice in Washington, D.C., demand a voice through the State Department, demand a voice through, the White House. Oftentimes you hear people, oh, they wrote to the White House and things are going to happen. And I usually sit back and I smile. I eat a bowl of chana and I smile because I know they're taking you guys for granted and for chana and so forth. And it's a bunch of BS. Don't fall for the BS. Things happen when boots are on the ground. Without boots are on the ground, we all could cry from now till God, till thy kingdom come. Nadira Sokraj, how are you doing? I haven't seen you in about 70-something years, but good to see you on the program as always. Now, over the past couple of weeks, I saw that there were folks who are asking about Sarah Ann Lynch, the U.S. ambassador to Guyana. Yeah, she's still there. She's not going anywhere. And for 3+ years, people have been jumping up, beating tin and cup, all manner of dotishness, and probably doesn't have a good understanding as to how the system works. Sarah Ann Lynch is still there. I wouldn't be surprised if Sarah Ann Lynch is there for another year. And some may say, and look, I want to break this down for some of you guys. I really do want to break this down. There was a farewell party. Sorry that I sound so a party, right? A farewell party for Sarah Ann Lynch, the U.S. ambassador to Guyana. Karen Ann, you have a good point. I'll get back to that there shortly. Now, hey, look, here what? Look at this here. Sarah Ann Lynch had a farewell party to probably bail out of Guyana. Sarah Ann Lynch, the U.S. ambassador to Guyana, is still there. She is still the ambassador, albeit outgoing. She can be outgoing for another year. When she will roll into retirement, she is still the ambassador. Now, the person that was appointed by the White House, Nicole, her last name, she's currently the consular head in Pakistan. She's a consular. She is basically an expert when it comes to visa applications and these sort of things. And one of the things that the U.S. State Department is attempting to do, since this would be her first post as ambassador, her first post of as ambassador. She is not currently an ambassador. She's in Pakistan. Her expertise is visas. And so, what is going to happen? A lot of you may not know this, but and some of you and your family members have been waiting for your visa application, and this now falls right into my area. All right, some of you may have your visa applications there pending for over 15 years. Over 15 years. And the next appointment or the next ambassador will deal strictly with the backlog of US visas and the applications. Some of you who have filed your petition for your loved ones back home, some of them got they've been aged out, meaning they passed the adult age now. The minor, they're now adults. Basically, they aged out. And a lot of problems. And the next ambassador, that is why Nicole has been chosen to fix the problem. She's not going there to fix your problem, a Guinea's problem. No, she's going there to fix the backlog. And of course, during that process, she will learn about other areas and so forth. And so that's exactly what's going to happen. Now, let's get to the bottom of this. Some folks with their applications, they have been waiting for about 15, some close to 20 years. That's how serious the backlog is. And I oftentimes say to some of the guys, some immigration officers, that the backlog is kind of like a human rights violation. Why? Because people shouldn't have to wait 15 years for their applications to be called. They shouldn't have to do that at all. But you have a good advocate here. For your case, for your matter. Look, I just give myself a plug there. But on a serious note, that is what the next ambassador will be focusing on. Meanwhile, Sarah Ann Lynch is still there as the ambassador. And I would be surprised if she goes before the end of this year. Here is why. Let me break it down for you guys. And when I say break it down, I don't mean, in a condescending way. Top Marine General steps down with no Senate-confirmed successor in place. The Senate is not confirming, folks, and especially through the Biden administration, they're not confirming. The Republicans control the confirmation hearings and so forth. I believe it is Senator Marco Rubio, who is the chairman. And they're not confirming these nominees. They're just not confirming Biden's nominees. And now look, this, like the Alabama GOP Senate, Tommy Tuberville, 7-month hold on all senior military promotions. 7 months. And all senior military promotions are on hold. Long military history of smooth leadership handovers during a pomp-filled ceremony today at the Marine Corps in Washington. Commandant General David Berger, whose 4-year tour as the Marine's top officer came to an end, was supposed to hand over the reins over to General Eric Smith, who has been nominated for the job. Instead, Smith will run the corps, on a temporary basis while he waits for Senate confirmation. He still awaits for Senate confirmation almost a year now, thanks to the hold, right? Because he's not confirmed, Smith will have to hold off on making any strategic decisions for the service. And now, why did I bring that to your attention? It goes back to your question, lots of your questions about Sarah Ann Lynch still being in Guyana. No confirmation. There was a confirmation hearing. The nominee, Nicole, was there. She went through the confirmation hearing, and it's holed up right now. God in heaven knows when they're going to call, when they are going to officially take it to the floor for a vote to have her confirmed. Once it's taken to the floor, she will be confirmed. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about that. But the Republicans in the Senate are not putting it to the floor. And therefore, don't be surprised if Sarah Ann Lynch, the U.S. ambassador to Guyana, is still there even at the end of this year. Now, she goes into retirement next year. Guess what? She may very well run that through. The last ambassador, U.S. ambassador to Guyana, he was held up for 1 year in the Senate before he was nominated, and then it took 1 year after that for him to have been confirmed. So you guys understand what we say here. Read between the lines what we say here. We're not going to hype you up. We're not going to just jump on a mountaintop and give you false hope. Whilst, yes, we want to keep hope alive, but we just tell you the truth, the whole truth and nothing but the truth. We are not hyping you guys up at all. Lemon, good evening. How are you?
Good evening, Mark. Good evening to all, and welcome back.
Yeah, we're glad that you're back on the job. You've been missing for a while, but what's going on in Guyana? Tell us what you're observing, the installed regime lying to people, still persecuting people, racial discrimination. I know you not so long ago came back from Guyana, but tell us what's going on, sir.
Yes, the install regime, they keep lying to the people, and I was on the ground there in Guyana, looking at the election. You know, I'm from New Amsterdam, really. A lot of people don't know that, but I'm from New Amsterdam, monitoring the election on the ground, behind the scenes, and it was a fair election. And I'm proud of New Amsterdam to vote APNU. I'm very proud of them. And I see Barbara Pilgrim, the mayor, she going and saying that they locked her out of the swearing ceremony. They're right to lock her out. She don't belong there. She didn't do nothing for New Amsterdam.
Okay. Is that all that's bothering you? What else bothering you about this illegal? And you're correct about New Amsterdam. Kudos to the people in New Amsterdam. And also congratulations to His Worship, the Mayor of New Amsterdam, Mr. Wainwright, and also Deputy Mayor, Mr. Kirk Fraser. We want to wish these mayors and deputy mayors all the best, including Georgetown too, right? Congratulations to those guys in Georgetown. But congratulations to the folks out there in Linden as well. Sharma Solomon, the newly elected mayor of Linden. Congratulations to Sharma, and congratulations to his deputy mayor, Dominic Blair. Congratulations to those guys, and we wish them all the best, including the mayor of Georgetown. But what is your take, since you just got back from New Amsterdam? What's your take on what's happening there, sir?
Well, the tongue seems to be, people seems to be very upbeat of the new mayor coming into office, and we still have some people who crossed over to the PPP. I watching at them, and they're gonna come back. They will be back, because some of them told me they're gonna come back.
They told you that they're gonna return to the coalition. They
Yes.
told you that. They told you everything. But what's the mood like as it pertains to the billions of dollars of oil money, oil revenues that is going mainly in the PPP thugs, Jack Day, and those criminals, their pockets? What's your take on that, sir?
Well, I think all of them need to be jailed. Jack Dio and his cronies, in finale, they need to be jailed, because a lot of thieving going on there. They're not doing anything for the tongues, which are supposed to give the tongues the money. They're not doing that, and I wish them all, somebody look into it and take some action. The people have to come out and protest about that.
Thank you so much, Lemon. We appreciate it. A lot of people are asking to see your face. They want to see your face, but we just say that we are not showing Lemon's face. You probably would never be able to see Lemon's face. There's always a reason why we wouldn't be showing Lemon's face. Always a reason. Read between the lines. Sorry about that. I didn't mean that kind of line. But anything else before you go, Lemon? Anything else before you go, sir?
No, well, I'm back to work, and we going to start doing our good work again. Make sure everything is running smoothly, and I'm back.
Good to have you back, Lemon. Always a pleasure to have you back. And people are still asking to see your face, and I already give them a hint, and you're not falling for it, but that's it. But Lemon, on a serious note, thank you so much for all your hard work. Head back into the studio. Let's get some job. Let's get our work.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Lemon. Appreciate it. Lemon there for you guys. And now we can have what we had on there while was a mistake. We weren't saying that this is Lemon, but I want to talk about this here. That people sometimes they look at coffee, square of the revolution, right, Keith Beresford? They look at coffee, a square of the revolution, and think that it is a PNC thing. Square of the revolution is not a PNC thing. It is a Guyanese thing. Not because it was constructed under the PNC government means that it is a PNC thing. Take, for example, the Enmore Martyrs. Their monument was constructed under the PNC. Nobody ever says in the PNC, in the PPP, that the Enmore Martyrs monument, and thanks to the PNC for making all of these things possible, nobody in the PPP says that Enmore Martyrs monument is a PNC thing, and so therefore they're not going to go there. But anything that is related to persons of African descent, and now we've got to be truthful about this. It appears as though some folks have a problem with that, and we gotta move away from that stupidity and embrace everybody's culture, regardless of what. That is what we are about. That is why we are one people, one nation, one destiny. I repeat, one people, one nation with one destiny. And don't fall for these guys and their crap about coffee and PNC. If coffee is to PNC, then Enmore Martyrs monument that started under the PNC, well, then Enmore Martyrs is for PNC too. So whenever there's a protest action and they're starting at square of the revolution, do not be afraid of going there. Don't let anybody disrespect you to tell you anything otherwise. We salute people like Coffee, Damien, and Kwamina, and those people. We salute them. Had it not been for them, they would not have been a Guyana. I repeat, had it not been for them, they would not have been a Guyana. And the Guyana that we have now is a melting pot of one people, one nation, one destiny. And also forget about that crap that Irfan Ali and his Crapo gangs are trying to change. They're trying to change this one people, one nation stuff. They're trying to change that in order to disrespect the other cultures, to say one Guyana. One Guyana is a farce. I repeat, one Guyana is a farce. And it's a racist agenda by the PVPC corrupt regime, a racist agenda. Which other so-called government of a country, just imagine in the US, they want to change something that has been known for over 200 plus years. Just imagine that they are going to manipulate the Constitution, that they are going to manipulate in God we trust and all these different things. You think any president or any party could do such a thing? So then why is it acceptable, or why should we sit down and accept that nonsense in Guyana? And Nima Karam just jumped on the scene through questionable circumstances. He was installed as, quote unquote, the president of Guyana. He was installed through rigged elections, right? Why should we sit by and allow him to change our motto, which is one people, one nation, one destiny, want to change it to one Guyana. It is unacceptable. It is unpatriotic. And we should never, you see, they're having these one Guyana party and sporting events and so forth. Don't be fooled. Don't be fooled. They want to change that thinking of people. They want to change it because they never really like this one people, one nation, one destiny. They never liked that. And they're finding all sorts of ways and means to change it. And we must stand up and we must fight back against that. We must say, no, we are not going to accept that one Guyana crap coming. Not one Guyana crap we are not going to accept at all. Kevin Williams is saying, Mark, Aubrey Norton. Not, it's Norton, Norton, right? He said Norton. Kevin Williams is saying Norton is sleeping. You gotta sleep, right? As soon as I'm done with this show, I'm going and sleep. Some people, when I recall one particular guy said that he's going to sleep on it, he's still sleeping. Good night to Nigel Hughes. Nigel Hughes is still sleeping on it. Nigel Hughes is still sleeping on the situation about the country and about the justice system. I notice all of them, and this is not knocking Nigel or disrespecting Nigel. Nigel is still a friend of mine, and no disrespect to Nigel, but Nigel's still sleeping on it. Then the conversation now is about the justice system. Suddenly, they realize, and we notice the Guyana Barbecue Association, the Attorney General's office, and so forth and so on, they have realized that the system needs to be reformed. But what they have to be reminded of is that the system didn't break as of August 1st, 2020. It got worse after August 1st, 2020 to now. The system got worse. But the system was broken for 23 years. It was corrupt. Remember guys like Anil Nandalal, they're now talking about the system is broken. Anil Nandalal and others contributed to the broken system. I know when they were persecuting, and we were told corrupt a juror, right? Corrupt a juror, and all the allegations, mind you, all these manner of things. Maybe Anil Nandalal should talk more about a broken system since they were there and they assisted in breaking the system. So now the system is broken. They want to fix it. But here is how they want to fix it. They want to spend hundreds of millions of dollars. And the hundreds of millions of dollars will be going into their friends and cronies' hands, in their pockets. They have something called, they're looking now for a consultant. They're looking for a consultant. And look, this girl, whoever, 02 Water, is saying, why you can't come back home? Just like that, they dried up in their brain. And why you can't come back home? That's the first thing they ask, They don't listen. They don't try to understand. They don't try to probably gain some knowledge and so forth. Out of the blue, this crappo jump out of the water and say, why you can't come back home? Come back home for what? For you? Yeah? For stay by you again so you could make by you? No. 02 Water, whoever you are. Sounds to me like Kwame there. Kwame saying, why you don't come back home? That's the first thing they want to talk. You come back home. What, are you threatening people? You guys got to stop with these subtle threats. Because for all you know, you probably wouldn't like for me to return back home, right? Trust me. Probably wouldn't like for me to return back home. I've been there through the roughest time. So probably I'm comfortable where I'm at for now, mind you, for now. But that's all they can reduce it to. Come back home. Come back home for you. Anyways, and so the justice system that was broken under the PPP regime, they suddenly are talking about it and they want to fix it. Oh, they want to fix it. Broken, corrupted, and they want to fix it. And they are going to spend hundreds of millions of dollars, to fix it. They're looking right now for a consultant to advise them about the justice system. Not me, right? But watch what they are going to do. Watch who they are going to hire. Right, guys? Watch who they are going to hire and pay them hundreds of millions of dollars. Hundreds of millions of dollars. But let me say this just in the interest of transparency. Under the coalition, there was such a position for a consultant to advise about the justice system. I'm not going to just make this declaration just to big up myself. I'm not going to do that. But the number one contender for that position, as it was offered to yours truly, and I declined. I never pursued it. I declined. And there's for some of them who would love to say that Ben Sharp was bitter under the coalition because he didn't get position, he didn't this, he didn't that. And a big agency recommended my name, and I declined. A big non-Guyanese agency recommended, and I declined. But just watch what's going to happen with these people here now. They will basically have their friends and their cronies, to hold on to a position, and they're wasting millions of dollars. Millions. Right now, the Attorney General's office is wasting millions of dollars with fake consultants. Millions upon millions of dollars. All right, so suddenly now the system, they want to fix it. Like I said, it's just a money-making venture for them. Let's head over to Plaisance now. We saw the big commotion there in Plaisance. We saw what they were. We saw what they were, what they wanted to do. We saw that. We saw exactly what they had in mind to do. Corrupt the system, discriminate against the people, and all manner of things. Discriminate against the people. I hear you, Ian Williams. That is exactly how corruption and corrupt dictatorships and all these things, that is how they work. They give all of these contracts to their friends and cronies. Friends and cronies. Let's see what Roland is saying here. Roland. Okay. Mark, it's one Guyana because they kept meeting in their constituency that Guyana is only for them. They will put African out of Guyana. Now, we don't want that. This is Roland's opinion. But they gotta be crazy, Rolly, to think that they can just put other ethnic groups outside of Guyana. We see the blatant discrimination every day. It's rampant. Every day we see it. We saw what happened in Plaisance as we covered it one evening. Wayne Caesar, attorney Shalon Washington, and others, we covered it right here about Plaisance. Have you noticed that Plaisance is quiet now? Don't be fooled because they're quiet, about Plaisance. Do not be fooled. It simply means that they are working. They are coming up with a plan to corrupt the system. So when they move back into Plaisance, or when they attempt to move back into Plaisance, people must be caught sleeping. Do not, my friends, my brothers and sisters in Plaisance, do not be caught sleeping. The enemy will be back again. They are currently planning. They were exposed as a result of social media. They were exposed as a result of strong activism. And kudos to those young people who stood up to the dictators and the criminals as they walked into Plaisance on that night. Congratulations to those young people. Kudos to them, those brave people. You notice the criminals, the political criminals have been absent out of Plaisance since then. And that is how you got to deal with these political criminals. You've got to confront them. You've got to be brave. You've got to tell them and show them that you are not afraid of them. Confront them just as how Jack Dio has asked that the coalition ministers and officials be confronted. Remember what Jack Dio said? Lemon?
Right across Ghana, when the ministers of Granger or Nagamutu come here after the 21st of March, you say to them, walk behind them, chase them out, they're going to be illegal. Say to them, you're illegal. Free up the country, you're undemocratic. They're going to face a different situation right across the country.
When they come to the communities, whether it is in Berbice or Essecubo and Linden or in South Georgetown or Agricola or in Ennore or Port Morant, the people of Guyana should treat them as illegal. I said they should walk behind them, chase them out of your communities because it means they've been squatting in power.
And so, I don't know how come, the change of voice and, and they've been squatting. These people have been squatting. Look, speaking of squatting, 1 second. Speaking of squatting, I was about to scratch my head, but I don't want to distract people. I'm scratching. Whatever happened to the elections petitions? They're done with? Where is Senior Counsel Roysdale Ford? Mr. Ford, come on right here on Straight Up and let us hear about the elections petitions. Roysdale Ford has been winning a heck of a lot of cases. And so we want to, maybe our operator and our producer can extend an invitation to Senior Counsel, Member of Parliament, Roysdale Ford, to come and talk about the elections petitions. Noticed that all talks about elections petitions done, and it's the PPP, they were the ones who were hot and sweaty. They were the ones who were talking about SOPs. You probably should have they could have gotten a chutney by now. Some sort of chutney singing, show me your... Oh, sorry about that. I'm not... chutney. SOP. We got to get your SOP. Oh, sorry about that again. False start. But where is the talk about, where are all these trench crappos, Randalane? Where are these trench crappos about SOPs? They no longer want to talk about SOPs because that was just an elections gimmick to these people to make it appear that the PNC or the APNU coalition, that they had something to hide. And look, I want to repeat this again. If, and I want to brook this dunk so that all of you guys can understand, and I will brook it dunk for you guys, especially you guys, brook it dunk. Now, if the coalition really rigged the elections, the 2020 elections, and the SOPs were fake SOPs according to the PPP guys then, why then? Here's a question. Why then is the PPP, and this is to all of the PPP trenchies that are watching right now, all of them. And mind you, and let me repeat this, trench crapo, that term is not used towards any particular ethnic group, is dummies of the PPP that come on this show and course up and misbehave and raise up the skirt and all manner of things they raise up. Right? It's towards them. And so the trenchies them, I want to brook this dunk for them. Now, if the coalition, APNU AFC, not APNUN, but APNU AFC, if those folks in APNU AFC had rigged the elections, the 2020 elections, guess what? Guess what, guys? The SOPs would have been handed. They have control of the SOPs. They would have been able to open the boxes And let us see. Take those SOPs out and read them so Abby can hear and Abby can understand and Abby can get to know exactly. And whilst they're reading those SOP, Abby can Sani, Abby play it, Abby can chat, Abby hand, and all kind of thing. And we all gonna have fun. We could sit down in Abby hammock, Abby can sit down on a pira, we can sit down on a chair, wherever, on the grunk, wherever, and watch them open the boxes for the SOPs and count the SOPs so that you, the PPP guys, Jagdir and Irfan and all of them could show to the world what they accuse the PNC, APNU PNC of doing. You know, look, Shelly, let me just pay attention to Shelly. Shelly's on the program right now. Shelly just is going crazy over watching this. She's going crazy. I said Sidonk, I said Pira, I said Hammock, and she has other ideas. So right away, she bunks out. She said, "You is really a madman." Just like that. She's watching me, and suddenly I said Pira, I said Sidonk, and all kind of thing. And she is just going crazy. Crazy, Shelly. Crazy. Shelly, calm down. Calm down. I know exactly what happens when you look at me. So calm down. Calm dunk, Shelly. Calm dunk. Right? They don't like to hear the truth. I'm sure Shelly is whatever Shelly, right? But I'm sure they go crazy when they see me. Trust me. I know what I'm telling you guys. And so they have nothing else to offer. They have nothing else to say. And so I am trying to tell them the truth and expose the corrupt PPP regime. And people like Shelly now, I'm trying to break it dunk for Shelly. And to say to Shelly that if the PPP really wanted to expose the PNC and the AFC and so forth, and to claim that they rigged it, as they claim that the elections were rigged, then why is it that the same PPP, and this is what I want Jack Dale and Irfan Ali and them to do. This is what I want them to do. But notice they also quiet about SOPs, you know. They don't talk about SOPs. They don't talk about elections petition. They don't talk about it because they know that it was a false kind of message they were putting out there. And the PPP trench crapo, Kelly Abrams McKay, the PPP trench crapos, they couldn't think for themselves. And so they ran with it. SOPs. First time they hear SOPs in their life. SOPs. SOP. SOP. And a lot of them don't even know what SOPs mean. One guy till out at Portman said SOP stand for Sabitri Oppress Parmanan. Sabitri Omadeo Parmanan. Or something like that. SOP. They don't know what SOP means. They don't know what SOP means, but hala SOP, SOP, SOP. Swarswati Umnesh Parmanand. Good evening to all of you guys. Good evening. And so the fact of the matter is, the allegations about elections rigged by the coalition is not true. If, let's say, for example, I rigged my way into office, and I would never do that. I'm a decent guy. I don't rig anything. Trust me. But let us say, and Sampat, how are you? Let us say, for example, I'm in office now, and I accuse, let's say, who can we look and accuse right now on this slide? I want to accuse somebody. Who can we accuse? Let us say we accuse GT Kabaka, right, of rigging elections. And I am in office now. What do you think I'm going to do? I want to expose GT Kabaka and his people and his political group. And I'm going to go in the boxes. I'm going to pull all of the SOPs out and show it to all Guyana, all in the Caribbean, all in the world. Let them see. because that is what they've been talking about. SOPs, 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 SOPs. And they cannot show the SOPs at all. And we all know why, right? Sorry that I say it with such a soft voice. We all know why. It's because the PPP rigged the elections. The elections was basically set so that the PPP can go into office and the oil companies and so forth can enjoy what they're enjoying right now, and that whenever the court rules against the oil company and in favor of the people of Guyana, Jack Dale and his trench crappos them within the PPP will attack the court. Right? That is what they want. And that is why the PPP is in office, because it was a fixed elections. It was fixed in favor of Exxon or other oil companies. That is why it was fixed. It wasn't fixed because of the Guyanese people. It wasn't fixed because anybody loved Guyana so much that they want the PPP to be in charge. No, they want the PPP in charge so that they can continue to corrupt the system. That is all. And to bleed the country of billions and billions of dollars. Just imagine, with the billions of dollars coming from the oil company, billions of oil belonging to the Guyanese people, they would have had free education at the university. Oh, gosh. Speaking of free education, look. At the university level, young people, lots and lots of young people want access to the University of Guyana. They cannot go, they cannot attend the University of Guyana because the PPPC has deprived, they have deprived the Guyanese people of what is their constitutional right to free education from nursery to university. And in 1993, the PPP took that away from the Guyanese people for over 25, going on almost 30 years, no free education at the university level. And thousands upon thousands of young people during the 23-year rule of the PPP dictatorship, the young people were deprived of furthering their education. Those who afforded or could, they went there. But what about the thousands of folks, maybe in Alboiston, maybe in Ituni, Kokwani, New Amsterdam, you name it, Oriala, Lethem, Port Morant, Blackbush Polder, or other places? What about those people? They were deprived that opportunity. The young people in Madhya, all across Guyana, compliments of the corrupt PPP regime. Now, hear what the PPP did. They understand that the young people are upset with them because of that university, free university tuition that they deprived the Guyanese people. You know how many young people right now would rush and join in large numbers? They should have, with the billions of dollars that we are getting from our oil revenue, they should have night classes at UG. They should have online classes at UG. They will have sufficient money to hire professors, lecturers, and so forth and so on to do night classes. Those who work could also do their part-time courses. They could do the, and that is how you advance a nation. But the PPP isn't concerned about that. They're just looking for themselves and how they can corrupt a nation. They're not concerned about a proper education, a university degree, because most of them can't even find their universities. We know the number one person in that. But here, in 2020, they campaigned and they said they made all sorts of promises. 50,000 jobs. Look around the country right now. Look around. Over 3 years since these vagabonds have been installed into office. Look around, just take a look around, put on your shades, put on your glasses, and look around the country. Count how many jobs these people have created since they've been installed into office. But yet, Irfan Ali promised 50,000 jobs. I don't know if you can pull it out of them like them gray hair, like when you start get gray hair and you take a little tweezer and you pull out a gray hair. I don't know if he's talking about 50,000 gray hair from wherever. Jobs? They have not created any jobs. What they have done is continue to corrupt the system with part-time jobs and 10-hour workers and all these sort of things. It's a corrupt system. Massive level of corruption upon corruption upon corruption. And so during the course of the campaign, they said 50,000 jobs. Abiga give. Irfan Ali is the one who said that, I am not this, not propaganda and these sort of things. Irfan Ali was the one who said, Abiga give 50,000 jobs. 50,000 jobs. There's no jobs. Unemployment is high. People can't spend. Prices have increased all across Guyana, whether it's for vegetables, whether it's for whatever. Prices all across Guyana have increased. In every area of business. Even the cathedral. Things are rough. All over Guyana. But things are rough for ordinary folks. The one people, one nation, one destiny people who are the majority. And it doesn't matter your ethnicity. People are feeling the squeeze. Y'all remember Crabman? Right here, Crabman said, pressure bust pipe by. Pressure still bust pipe. Pressure bust any and everything right now in Guyana. Compliments of the corrupt PPP regime. Nothing is going on in Guyana. Them a build small road. Them build road today and it broke up tomorrow. Them build them back tomorrow and it broke up by Wednesday. It broke up. So nothing is really going good. They spend hundreds of millions of dollars in building brand new schools or get burned dunk under the PPP regime. It's a hustling kind of thing. And when are you guys going to open your eyes to see and understand what the PPP is about? They have no good policies. They have nothing good for the country. They can't take the country out of wherever economic stagnation that it's under right now. Compliments of them. They don't. They have no policy. They have no brains. They have absolutely nothing other than scampishness. Now, when you look at Timor Jagdev and these people, you watch his press conference, some of you, long drawn out, nothing. Absolutely nothing. I have more respect for the kids at David Rose School. I have more respect for the kids at Ptolemy Reed School. I have more respect for the kids. And this is not to insult those kids. I've gone to those places and I've sat with those students and I respect and I love them. I have more respect for them. They have more intelligence. They have more education than these pakus like a Jack Day and a Irfan Ali and a Robeson Ben and these pakus in the PVPC regime. They have no vision for Guyana. They're breaking the country up every single day. They're destroying the country. They're destroying our young people. They're chasing people out of Guyana every single day. Look at the passport lines. Longer and longer under the PPPC regime. They have no vision, nothing to keep our people in Guyana. Nothing at all. It's brain dead right now in the PPPC regime. All they can do is hustle and thief your money, thief billions upon billions of dollars that they give to that 1% one Guyana. The 1% one Guyana is in that circle where they go around come about Yall. They go around in that circle and they gave out billions of dollars to their friends, their cronies, their chachi, their chacha, their pua, their mami, their mamu, and everybody they're giving. But once you're outside of that circle, it doesn't matter your ethnicity. Then I get time with Ido. Then I get time with Ido and treat I like a Katahar, like a Korhi, or whatever else. And that's how they treat majority of the people in the country, is that they believe that majority of Guyanese have no value. None whatsoever. Look at Irfan and them. Just look within his circles. Who getting richer and richer and richer and richer and richer. And then the only time they remember this guy, this Paku, the only time they remember people is when they want to hustle And you know what I mean by hustle, right? You know what I mean by hustle. And now some of the trench crappers are going to come. Some of the trench crappers are going to come. They're going to get upset because the bumps raise. It's probably raining or setting up to rain right now in Guyana, and the bumps raising. It's raising. Now, this guy, Sachin Samwaru is asking, hear what Sachin Samwaru asked, right? And they love to come and ask and all sort of things. We see them, they're getting upset. A lot of trench crappers coming on, they're getting upset because the bumps raise. And you know what has happened when the bumps raise, right? You know what has happened. And that is what is happening to them because the truth is hurting them. It's not just, right, Afraz Osman? The truth is not just hurting them, it is hurting them. And here what is Paku asking me? Sachin Samwaru. Sachin Samwaru, look like that picture. He's standing up next to the passport office, waiting to get his passport. Probably like say your passport last, so you could get a new passport with probably a different name. I'm almost certain that Sachin probably is not his name. But here what Sachin said. All you politicians are doing same, you know, that's when you talk about the PPPC, they don't like to air, not to hear, they don't like to air the truth because the truth hurts them. Now, here was Sachin asking, you know. Let me go back to Sachin. I don't realize what Sachin going to end up getting tonight. Y'all know what you're going to end up getting tonight, right? Let me see if y'all smart. Y'all know what Sachin going to get tonight, right? You're going to end up getting something tonight. Somebody gonna jam you. Somebody gonna jam you. Somebody gonna jam you tonight. Now, we're not talking about that. Get your minds off of the gutter, out of the gutter. This is what Sachin gonna get tonight. All right, so that is exactly what Sachin looked for. Here was Sachin asking here now. Come on, guys. Here was Sachin asking here. What you did for Guyanese? I wouldn't want to answer Sachin that question, but it's far more than what Jack Dale and all those kunumunus who are there in power to destroy that country and Irfan. What Irfan they do for Guyana? Get thousands of acres of land for themselves, their cronies, and their friends. What Jack Day did for Guyana, get a whole plantation, put his friends and all of them there to live at Pradoville too, and all the big mansion and thing. You think he walk and sweat hard for that? He not walk and he not sweat hard for that Katahar, Sachin. He hasn't done that. But poor me, you're asking a silly question. What have I done for Guyanese? I don't know. And I'm not going to repeat anything. But through the Benchap Foundation, with thousands of people who, young people, all across Guyana, young people, all ethnic group benefited from. So that's just a little thing I can just mention for now, right, Sachin? Oh man, Sachin, just get from here and go scratching. Sachin, go scratching. Go ask these PPP Pakus, what have they done for Guyana? And the answer is absolutely nothing. Absolutely nothing that they have done for Guyana. Nothing, nothing at all. Nothing. You name it. Nothing. And that's a fact. That's all right. What time is it, guys? Do you guys think I should go? Do you guys think I should go? I don't know. I don't know what I should do, but do you guys think I should go? Should I call it a night? Should I stay another hour with you guys? What should I do? You guys tell me. I'll play a song for Sachin, but while we play that song, tell me what I should do. Come on, guys. Tell me what I should do, whether I should go or whether I should stay or whatever. Tell me.
I'm feeling for somebody to keep my company. Somebody good, somebody nice, somebody sweet, 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 sweet. I want somebody to love up, somebody to squeeze up, somebody to jump up, and everything will be airy, airy, airy. I'm happy. I want somebody to have up in the party.
All right, enough of that. For those of you who know the Baron, right? All right. Okay, so let's move on. We're done with that. Some people, they come here and that's what they look for. But we try to keep it nice and smooth and very nice, peaceful, and respectful right here on 107.1 FM. All right, guess look what's going on here. Bantu King knows what's going on. He knows the man Baron, Rastaman, all the old people know Baron. All of us know Baron. All right, so what's happening with this here? The DPP, Dharamlal, Irfan Ali, all these people, what's happening? What's happening in Guyana? The justice system. The justice system is broken. Paramday. The justice system is broken. Mike, Three Stooges. Mike is saying Three Stooges. The justice system is broken. How do we fix a broken system? Rod Chalmers, how do we fix the broken system? It is broken. We need to fix it. We cannot, and I repeat, guys, we cannot sit back and write a letter to the White House. Some people love to say they wrote to the White House. The White House again. You write to the White House, millions of people do write to the White House, and the letters get pushed underneath some heap or something like that. When the White House and the State Department and so forth, when they pay attention to nations, is when they see the people in the nation, majority of the people confront a dictatorship, stand up, whether in the streets, peacefully or so, and they do what is legally necessary. They do what is constitutionally necessary to confront a corrupt and oppressive regime. White House is not going to, Biden or Blinken, they're not going to blink in Guyana's direction and want to just change a system and say, that's it. They're not going to do that. Some of these folks who are giving you guys false hope have to stop with the false hope. They got to stop it. It's time to change direction, guys, to have a different approach in how we're going to talk and we're going to expose what is happening in Guyana. But to give the people false hope that the Americans through the White House and State Department will rush in there and just change things just like that, it is not going to happen, guys. And I just want to reiterate that. It is not going to happen. I'm just reading some of your comments. Here. Haven Petal, tell them, Mark, Guyanese have to get up and stand up for their rights. That's right. So 1 minute you want the Americans to change, and then when the Americans get involved, the same people who want the change say that the Americans should not meddle in Guyana's internal affairs. We are a sovereign nation. So if we, in 1 minute, Chipper 68, if 1 minute we are a sovereign nation, if 1 minute the Americans shouldn't meddle in our affairs, well, then we should be consistent then and not call on the Americans for anything. If that's the way we want things to be consistent, right? Now, look, I don't share that view. I believe that the American government has a role to play to ensure that democracy exists throughout the nation, mind you, right? And we're talking specifically here about Guyana. They shouldn't turn a blind eye, and I agree that they shouldn't turn a blind eye, especially on human rights violations and so forth, people who are being persecuted. They should not turn a blind eye all because of oil wealth. Now, we notice some very corrupt individuals who are part and parcel of U.S. law enforcement agencies, radars. They're doing business with American companies there, oil business with American companies. And those are the companies, and this is where the PNCR groups, I don't know how active, whether they're active at all. New York had some PNCR group or groups. They've been very silent. They're the ones who should be on top of the mountain shouting up and writing to different agencies. Some of them may quietly say, oh, we do that. No, people need to see work. They need to see work. And the PNCR chapters here in New York or wherever they are, they need to get off their butts and work. They just don't. Most of them don't. They're probably in a corner susuin, but most of them don't work. Occasionally there's a protest here, and it's done with. They are not consistent. This is not just about the PNC group or whatever. The AFC get their group too. Well, at least when they were in power, when the coalition was in power, the AFC had an active group. PNC had an active group. Like, everybody just die. The groups just die. They put their hands up and surrender. And it's basically ordinary folks, whether in New York, wherever they are, the ordinary folks who have to pick up that battle, who have to do that fight. But the groups, the PNC groups and the AFC groups that were busy and they're this and they're that, where are they today in North America? Where are those groups in North America? I don't know. But when you talk, they get vexed, right? All of them get vexed because they're very insensitive. They're very sensitive. They're very touchy. Their bumps raise, all manner of things. And let me see, Rastaman saying, preparing for gas to shore base. Yeah, a bunch of some of those corrupt business people, so-called business people, are part and parcel of the gas to shore and these sort of things. Corrupt individuals. So Guyana is not right now under the PPPC regime. It's not for Guyanese. Don't be fooled. Glenn Lal protest about oil. Yep, and kudos to Glenn Lal. But Glenn Lal must understand not just oil. People want their rights to be respected. Our constitution has to be respected. The laws have to be respected. It's not just about oil, Glenn Lal. Yes, our resources and billions of dollars being stolen. Yes, that is true. But what if we get all the money in the world in Guyana, our rights are not respected, our constitutional rights are not respected, our rights are trampled upon, the laws are not respected? And what's the usage of all the billions? So everything, Glenn Lal, every single thing, it goes hand in hand. Oil revenue, constitutional rights, people's human rights, and all manner of things. They all go hand in hand, sir. All of them go hand in hand. Now, let's, as we approach closing time, mind you. Some of you say 1 hour more, right? Gosh, y'all don't know, sometimes my days are so busy. Y'all have no mercy for me. Y'all are telling Nigel, use that, Nigel disappeared. He said he can sleep on it. Nigel has been sleeping since then. None of y'all are waking up Nigel, None of y'all are waking up Nigel. Nigel Hughes, that is. He's still sleeping. Good night to Nigel Hughes, man. He's still sleeping. Nigel said he's going to sleep on it. The justice system, Nigel Hughes, is broken. It is destroyed. We cannot sit down and say, let it work. Nigel Hughes, it is broken, my friend. It is broken. Let us stop beating around the bush. It is broken. And now I want to talk before I go, though, about this here. Now, back to this scholarship thing. Back to this scholarship. We shouldn't, no private citizen or companies, we all want the best for our country. We all want the best for our young people. Because regardless of where in the world we are, Guyana is still home. despite some of the criminals, and we will deal with some of the criminals who feel that they have a right to threaten some of us. Oh, why you don't come back home? I'll catch a flight and go right back home, and I dare any one of those Pakus, whether it's Jack Deere, Irfan, or some of these criminals, some of these other criminals who typing and say, why you don't come back home? As though I'm supposed to be afraid of that threat. Give me a damn break, guys. Give me a break. Some of them wouldn't even like for me to be back home. Trust me. Trust me on that, right? But now look, the PPP promised free education at the university level. And this is where we've got to say shame on the PPPC. They have no shame, but we will still say shame on them. Going on 4 years now. 4 years now going on. They have promised free education at the university level, but they prefer to spend and waste billions of dollars in these so-called cash grants. We have become a cash grant society where you take a couple crumbs and you hand it to the people, and the people must praise them, put mala around them neck, right? Put an oversized mala around Priya Manikchand's neck and sing, Priya, oh Priya, Priya, you know, and all manner of things. That's what they like. When you praise them, you hug them up, you kiss them up. You know, like that chutney song, you hug me, you kiss me, you laddie, or something like, Paco Pancon, let me go away, girl. All manner of that. They love that. They love that. They are a bunch of waste of time. They are a bunch of kunu munus. Look, guys, y'all know when my time is up, right? I'm not going to lie. Y'all know when my time is up. And when my time is up, got to go. You came for me, right? You came for me to say, time is up. Look, I'm going to wrap up now because you see my alarm clock is here, right? And she knows when to come and say, hey, Dad, it's time to go. But we're calling on this corrupt, illegal regime to live up to their promise. Free education at the university level, all across the board. Look, we at Benchop Foundation, we put out something to say, look, we want to offer 3 scholarships, 3 student scholarships to UG. We shouldn't have to do that. Hundreds, and some of you might be watching right now, hundreds of emails that we have received, hundreds of emails requesting an opportunity for 3 persons to be given a scholarship. 3. Hundreds upon hundreds of emails. It shouldn't happen. All because we have a corrupt regime, a regime that has lied to the people, lied to young people, lied to young people about free education at the university level. They have lied. We shouldn't have to. Billions of dollars? I don't know. Shame on the PPPC regime. Shame on them. Shame. Shame. $40,000 cash grant for school 4 months before school reopens. Where do you think the money there? It's done. It's finished with. Watch, they're going to come back with another 30 grand or 25,000. Just watch them. Watch them. We've got to go. We really got to go. We'll be back tomorrow, same place, same time, right here on 107.1 FM. You guys already know once Emma turns up, once she shows up here, that's it, right? You ready for that to go? You got to go, right? Tell them quickly, where are you from?
Linden.
You're from Linden. All right, from Linden, we've got to go. Everybody's here. Everybody's here except we'll get Ryan to get a whole fan, get everybody. Jonathan is here too. Everybody's here. You see, this is not like Langta. We chase the kids. Let them come. But anyways, I gotta go and say bye-bye. Say bye-bye. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Same place, same time. We'll have Mr. Caesar with us tomorrow. Mr. Caesar will definitely be with us tomorrow as well. But for now, we are out of here. Everybody's here. Right? Bring Ryan to bring everybody. Everybody's here. Everybody come along. Where's Ryan? Everybody He's here. Look, everybody's here. Look what's going on. Look what's going on. Look, come on, look, everybody's here. Look. You gotta be everybody. Everybody's here. Look, guys, look what's going on. Everybody's here. All right. Have a good night, guys. We'll talk to you. We'll see you guys later on. God bless you. So long. Bye-bye.
Hello, this is attorney Shellen Washington, owner and founder of the Washington Law Firm, located at 455 Utica Avenue in Brooklyn, New York. We're specialized in medical malpractice, personal injuries, matrimonial law, and landlord and tenant. If you're in need of legal representation, please give us a call today. The number to call is 718-877-3100. Consultation is free at no cost to you. So call us today to see if we can be of any assistance to your legal needs. Again, the phone number to call us is 718-877-3100.
With another one, straight up, blackness I am. Aye. Who tell the truth? Mark Ben stop. Defend the ghetto youth. Mark Ben stop. Registration is the truth. Mark Ben stop. Straight up from the root. Mark Ben stop. Who tell the truth? Mark Ben stop. Defend the ghetto youth. Mark Ben stop. Registration is the truth. Mark Ben stop. Straight up from the root. Mark Ben stop. I do it for the love. Him not do it for no money. Straight up. Him attack. Educating everybody. Big up my friends and big up my family. Turn on the radio, catch the vibes, it's integrity. Straight up and Scott stands for unity. One people, one nation, one destiny. Free up the truth in the air, even the blind can see. The deaf can need it, don't contact the cripple can walk. Who tell the truth? Mark Ben stop. Defend the ghetto youth. Mark Ben stop. Registration is the truth. Mark Ben stop. Straight up from the root.
Hello, this is attorney Shellen Washington, owner and founder of the Washington Law Firm, located at 455 Utica Avenue in Brooklyn, New York. We're specialized in medical malpractice, personal injuries, matrimonial law, and landlord and tenant. If you're in need of legal representation, please give us a call today. The number to call is 718-877-3100. Consultation is free at no cost to you. So call us today to see if we can be of any assistance to your legal needs. Again, the phone number to call us is 718-877-3100.
Basement level vibes with another one, straight up, blackness I am. Aye. Who tell the truth? Mark Ben stop. Defend the ghetto youth. Mark Ben stop. Registration is the fruit. Mark Ben stop. Straight up from the root. Mark Ben stop. Who tell the truth? Mark Ben stop. Defend the ghetto youth. Mark Ben stop. Registration is the fruit. Mark Ben stop. Straight up from the root. Mark Benskap, I do it for the love, him not do it for no money. Straight up, him attack, educating everybody. Big up my friends and big up my family. Turn on the radio, catch the vibes, it's integrity. Straight up, Benskap stands for unity. One people, one nation, one destiny. Free up the truth in the air, even the blind can see. The deaf can hear, the dumb can talk, the cripple can walk. Boom. Who tell the truth? Mark Benskap, defend the ghetto youth. Mark Benskap, radio station is the fruit. Mark Benskap, straight up from the root. Mark Benskap, who tell the truth? Mark Benskap, defend the ghetto youth. Mark Benskap, radio station is the fruit. Mark Benskap, straight up from the root. Mark Benskap, we have to gather wrong, grab a seat and sit down, pay attention, education, liberation, we have to stand strong. Benskap upon the radio, lively up the program. Everybody call somebody and let them turn and tune and on the radio and catch the boom song. We boom it up already, we have to boom it up again. Expose and reveal him. Who tell the truth? Mark Benskap, defend the ghetto youth. Mark Benskap, radio station is the truth. Mark Benskap, straight up from the